Yes, so back again with another engaging edition of Sports this morning. We'll reach you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
A very good morning to you. I'm Yemi Adebayo. We're here to do what we love doing, taking a trip on the money spinning world of sports. And there's a lot to do today. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy what we're going to give to you in the next few moments.
That's what you need to know. Yemi, as just told you, we have a lot to do. So fasten your seatbelt. Let's go to Jordan. That's where the Under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup is taking place. We've called this one Unlucky Flamingos. Nigeria need to win their last game against Korea DPR. Yemi started the permutations yesterday. They failed to beat England, and now it's so tough because Korea DPR have 4 points, Brazil with 3, England with 2, and Nigeria with just 1. Unlucky Flamingos. We'll talk about it this morning on the program. Also on the show, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Crucial week for football in Nigeria as they keep preparing for the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifying game against the Chipolopolo of Zambia. They're sweating, they're doing a lot for team spirit, for bonding, building their confidence, and Yemi, they're doing all for Zambia.
Yeah, they're doing all for Zambia. The Battle of Ndola in our minds. Some of the players for the Chipolopolo also not yet in camp. So we'll see what happens in now. But let's take you straight to the next thing, and that's it on your screen. Reduced ban. Maria Sharapova gets 15 months instead of 2 years. The Court of Arbitration for Sports find out that she didn't intentionally dope, but she was culpable for using the banned substance, but it wasn't done intentionally. And because of that, Maria Sharapova will be back in April 2017. Of course, she's going to miss the first Grand Slam of the year.
That's right.
But then, those of us that love Maria Sharapova are happy that she's back.
That's right. And again, a lot of questions, because yesterday, I was writing the guys that the Russians are watching. The next person going to cast now will be saying, look, even if you're not, going so harsh, you should give us the same sort of treatment. Maria Sharapova, we love her and everything she has done for tennis, but we also agree that her ignorance was totally unacceptable on her part. And she's saying that in all of this, she didn't understand why the ITF wanted that to be gone for 4 years. That's a pain.
And Austin, one good thing, even the ITF panel, that tribunal, said she was grossly negligent. So we all knew that she was likely going to get something favorable from CAS. They said they accept that she didn't do it intentionally, but she was negligent.
That's right.
And that negligence is what has cost Maria Sharapova our reputation now, because a lot of people. But it's clear with the leaked data that we are having, all this medical exemption and stuff, that she probably didn't do it to get any unfair advantage over anyone. But like you said yesterday, rules are rules. Rules are meant to be obeyed.
That's what it is.
She did not. That's what should be on the line. And for the Russians, the fancy bears and all those other guys, I don't think it was a state-managed wish hunt. Maria Sharapova is a global icon. Maria Sharapova is loved by everybody. These are stated somewhat. But I think she's coming out good, because now, even before this, WADA removed meldonium at some stage, that it is not scientifically proven.
That's right.
That meldonium gives you an edge. But the grounds for the ITF is that you were negligent. Rules are meant to be obeyed.
That's right. Even when you don't want to obey, let it guide you. And that's what the ITF, they're trying to use Maria as. Look, if Sharapova that has been there, done that for tennis, can be this negligent, Sharapova is saying, what kind of drug that I've been taking for over 10 years messed me up this bad? So, oh, come on. Everything just goes to show that rules are rules. They're meant to be obeyed or guided. So let's go listen to Maria Sharapova. She had an interview on a talk show with Charlie Rose, and she said a lot of things. Meanwhile, what you have on your screen, a statement from the appeal. And for Maria, now that this process is over, she's hoping that the ITF and other relevant tennis anti-doping authorities will study what this federation, a lot of federations need to be guided, they need to be educated. These updates keep coming and coming and coming. Even if athletes are still caught up in the busy world of sports, want to impress, want to break records, want to make money, the federations should be there to guide. The coaches should be there to guide. If this can happen to Sharapova, Who is that next upcoming artist?
And you know, in this part of the world, you know, I don't want to mention the athletes at the Commonwealth that give us so much hope, only for us to discover that, you know, there are two categories of people that fall into this net. Those who intentionally do it and those who are grossly ignorant. And those people from this part of the world don't even know the kind of food, even in this line of our job, you know, somebody was telling me the kind of food I shouldn't eat, at what time I shouldn't eat it. If something is wrong with my voice, you know, I've had a senior colleague tell me, something is wrong, your voice is cracking, don't do this, don't, you know, all of those things. And if you don't know those things, you just, you mess yourself up.
Being a professional, you have to be professional. That's what it is. Let's listen to Mariah Sharapova. She was on a talk show with Charlie Rose, and she said a lot. She's not pleased with the ITF. Sports this morning on Channel 2. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
In the procedure between Maria Sharapova and the ITF, the International Tennis Federation, the Court of Arbitration for Sport has decided to reduce the period of suspension of Maria Sharapova from 2 years to 15 months, beginning on the 26th January 2016. This means that her ban will come to an end on 25 April 2017. At the Australian Open in January 2016, Ms. Sharapova tested positive with the substance meldonium, which is prohibited since the 1st of January 2016. She has acknowledged the existence of an anti-doping rule violation in this regard and has accepted that she would be disqualified from the Australian Open 2016. Then the ITF tribunal decided to sanction her with a 2-year ban, a sanction which she has decided to appeal before the Court of Arbitration for Sport. The CAS panel in charge of this matter had to examine whether the player's fault was significant or not significant. The CAS arbitrators considered that Ms. Sharapova bore some degree of fault as she and her entourage failed to make sure that the substance contained in a product that she has been taking over a long period of time remained in compliance with the anti-doping regulations. Consequently, the CAS panel determined that the proper sanction was a suspension of 15 months starting from the 26th of January 2016. Because the ITF tribunal considered that she committed significant fault.
I feel that in many ways, you know, I have this incredible opportunity to play tennis again, but what I went through, and as I said when I received the email back in March, I was so shocked in the first place because I was taking a substance that was completely legal for 10 years, that a doctor had recommended for me after so many different medical tests. I was 18 years old, I had won a Grand Slam, and all of a sudden I'm sitting in my bedroom, I get an email from the ITF saying I had this violation. I just thought, how could I have not known this? There were so many ways I could have known, and I did not. And I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I think I took it for granted that I became comfortable with the fact that it was just natural for me to take something that was completely legal, that I was getting laboratory reports from Moscow and confirmation that it was legal.
Do you consider it a performance enhancer?
Oh, absolutely not.
You don't?
I never ever...
Even now, I mean, you don't think that it has the possibility of enhancing performance?
No, because I know how common it is. I know how common it is. I know that it's on the vital and essential list in Russia, which protects along with ibuprofen. It's taken as aspirin in Russia. So to me, I can't even grasp my head around that fact. Mm-hmm. And when I first started taking it, I took it under my doctor's orders, and that's how I kept taking it for years. The ITF wanted to ban me for 4 years. And I went through the ITF hearing, which in front of an arbitration that was chosen by the ITF. So I'm in a hearing knowing that the people I'm speaking to, this was 4 or 5 months back in London, the people that I'm speaking to were chosen by the people that I'm actually in a fight with. Mm-hmm. So that, I'm not sure, they call that neutral. That's not neutral. CAS is neutral, and this is what CAS has awarded to me.